the job around the ground. He's pretty mobile, and there's a nice looking kick from him. Looking for Wells. Oh, Matty King took the mark from behind, not paid by the umpire. Attacking the football there was Lee Hardman. Unfortunately went without it. Now it's come back to Wells. Outside 50 for Belpost Hill. It's a lovely pass, and the lead came from Broughton and has taken the mark 40 metres out from goal, near enough to directly in front, and we'll have the first shot on goal for the game. And we've been playing 1.5 minutes. So Tim Broughton, now I'd suggest there might have been words spoken somewhere, and the 50-metre penalty has been applied.
That won't please Sid.
Certainly won't, and it'd be interesting to know just what happened there. But the outcome, Tim Broughton, man on the mark, is on the goal line, and he just pops it over his head. So Broughton of Belpost Hill has kicked the first goal, and it's a goal to Belpost Hill. They lead 1-6. North Geelong yet to score victory trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and we've been travelling 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, that was a handy goal, Eric, and it was a good build up there by Wells. He's touched the ball a couple of times, and that was lace out to the full forward, and on a nice little lead. There was no way the full back could do anything about that at all, and the full back there was Matheson.
So number 9 for North Geelong, Shane Manning. He's gone back to the number he used to have at Corio, obviously.
There he is. So we've got it right. And I've been doing a bit of run around with Dick to get that number. And Broughton's kicked the goal, I take it, boys.
Yes, so it's a 0-0, and that's a good matchup, Page and Manning.
Lorgerson wins it out of the ruck for Belpost Hill. They go forward once again from the chrome-domed Handley, kicks it inside 50. Oh, here's an absolute gift to Belpost Hill. Into the open goal goes Ellis. Bang, they're second.
Ooh, it didn't take too much time, that did it? Quick clearance in the middle. 2 goals at 12. Belpost Hill, North Geelong yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard now, 3 minutes gone, and that was good movement, Laurie.
Well, I was actually watching the middle of the play there. I'm not even sure who kicked it. It's a little guy there.
Alice,
number 13.
Yep. Yeah, he did
no,
well.
That was a good build-up, and came from Lewis again, number 22 in the middle there. Pretty busy around there already. Experience, you see. Know where to go again it.
Yes, well, and they've got a lively young ruckman in Lorgerson, isn't it? And,
yes, he's jumping up high.
He's jumping over Jamie Wee so far.
So a very, very lively opening to Belpost Hill. So they're carrying on their good form from last week, even though they were beaten. They weren't beaten by much, and they go out of the middle again. I don't know if they've got a wind advantage. I'll take it off them. Good play from the Magpies now, and they'll go forward. Inside 50 from Scown, and just stepping back and taking a mark down there to stem the tide for Belpost Hill.
Carr it is.
Here's Carr, favours the broadcast side. Whistle on play. Had a teammate out there, the big fella.
50.
Another 50. Someone ran across the mark, obviously.
Well, Lorgerson took the mark, but the free kick will go to Joel Page.
No,
is it?
It's a free kick to...
it's gone right up the ground.
The 50-metre penalty to Carr.
So Carr's got the footy. I thought they might have telegraphed the kick, but they didn't. He's got to take it and kicks it to the offensive side of 50. Picked up down there for the Magpies by Scown again. A little right foot kick into the middle of the ground. Just misses his target. Second attempt is good play. He's been tripped over, the Magpie. Play on calls the umpire. Page, a little dribble kick towards the boundary line and then gets dealt with. Ooh, says Eric Nichols, and I think a free kick will go to the youngster.
The size of the two. Bessie's about 6'3", and young Joel Page is about 5'0".
He's got the ball.
He has. So Page now from half back for Belpost Hill. Kicks it wide. The wind held it up, certainly. Lorgerson tried to mark on his chest. Unfortunately, couldn't control it. Free kick, whistle on play. It's gone to Matt King. Fancy calling Matt King for North Geelong. Usually Corio, isn't he? But
I
King,
can't recognise him in that jump, Eric.
No, it's a lovely kick from King towards half forward, over the head of all players. Oh, at the back it was Vesey. Handball to Hardman. Look at the acceleration. Away he goes. Puts it on the left foot. Unfortunately, going a little too quickly, and has sprayed it to the right-hand side of the tall timber. But that's the first score for North Geelong are behind. They trail Belpost Hill 2-12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been going 5 minutes.
Probably had a little bit more time then, didn't he? Just to steady and make sure he nailed that one. But yeah, he's an exciting player. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he's got afterburners. There's no doubt about it. He left them for dead, but the kicking let him down. Ball back at fullback now for Belpost Hill.
Interesting. Elsie playing full forward and Vesey out in the half forward, Laurie.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Well, there's the kick in to centre half back. Gee whiz, tall timber there. Sweeping hand pass towards Page on the burst. Good play, young fellow. Takes it on wing. Right foot kick to centre half forward. No one can take the mark. Ball on the ground, kicked out of the pack by a desperate Magpie defence towards the wing. Chopped off back there by a bloke who's been in everything. Lewis for Belpost Hill just swats the ball towards a teammate. They're all toing and froing. No one can really take clean possession. Whistle on play as the tunnel ball from Friars.
Advantage paid by the
yes.
umpire, but it wasn't an advantage. That's good umpiring.
Yes, it is good umpiring too because... well, actually, that turned out all right in the end, but no, he'd already whistled it back again. So Friars takes the kick to half forward. Magpies out of sight of the ground.
Shane Manning covers some territory, doesn't he? He's on our wing.
Yes, he does, as he just trips it inside, and there's the medalist in Harding, just takes Hardman. I got it right the second time. Takes it on his chest, long way out. Doubt whether he can score. Oh, good looking left foot kick, makes a liar of me.
It's a magnificent kick.
Makes a complete liar of me. Just cleared the pack goal.
Well shepherded by Vesey with his bulk in the goal square. Fantastic, as you called, Phil. Glorious kick. 1 goal 1, and it's all off the boot of Lee Hardiman for North Geelong 7. But they trail Belpost Hill 2 goals 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard 7 minutes gone. Laurie, not a bad kick for starters.
Class, all class, Eric. There's no doubt about that. And you know, you don't get invited down to run with the Cats if you can't play footy at all. And, you know, he's been down there, and next year's another year, probably, if he's good enough. He's only still young.
Absolutely. Back in the middle. Ball goes up again. Weiss get beaten again by Lorgerson, but Elzinger read that well. Off a couple of steps, goes long to full forward over the head of all players. Gee, it landed over the back of the pack and drifted through for a behind. Long kick from Elzinger. So it's a second behind there to North Geelong. In the last couple of minutes, all North Geelong. 1-2-8. They trail Belpost Hill 2 goals 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard 7.5 minutes gone.
As the ball is put back into play by Belpost Hill. Quick movement around the broadcast wings. Good football taken by the big bloke down there, Lorgerson. Terrible kick, in fact. Doesn't really find any of his teammates. Hardman just picks it up on the half volley and belts it down the boundary line, looking for a teammate down there in Ryder. Can't take the football. Belpost Hill now with an opportunity to move forward. There's a little bloke with the shaved hairdo drives it forward. He's had plenty of the football too.
Handley.
As Belpost Hill now on broadcast wing. Little bounce from Handley.
Now that was silly play, really, because it was the way the umpire's interpreting any touch on a player after he's got rid of the ball. The infringer was Reece Norrish, unfortunately, and it's a free kick down the ground to Nick Popovsky, and he's a goal kicker, Phil.
He's got a name like a goal kicker, hasn't he? 38, Nick Popovsky. Now, how far out is he? Well, just this will give us a bit of an idea of the breeze, I suppose, if there is any.
Man on the mark's at 45, so it'll be a good kick.
Yeah, I think Belpost Hill might have a use of a little bit of a breeze.
Popovsky with the footy. Takes plenty of time, just winds up, puts it up high, and it swings right away to the left.
Into the breeze, I think, Laurie, but look at that.
It swung away, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, Hardman's kick to the other end was a boomer, wasn't it? It went a long, long way. No score. Throw in the right forward pocket, swatted down by the Magpies through heavy congestion. Little kick out of the pack, cut off by Belpost Hill. And forward they go. Couple of players try to contest the football. Gee whiz, it's hard and tough in there. Hand passes, he got crunched, the Magpie defender. Goes back in again. Good footy from the boy in Barnett. He then gets dispossessed. There's Page for Belpost Hill. He's been prevalent. Feeds the hand pass wide. Terrific play. Handley, left foot kick. Good footy. Good footy, Belpost Hill. And Big Holiday takes the mark. Wants to move it quickly to full forward. Over the top of the pack it goes. Punch down. Good defensive work from the Magpies. Overrunning the ball was Matheson. Now a contested footy. They're all hailing cabs. We'll get a ball up centre half forward. Between centre half forward and half forward flank out of side of the ground. The end to which Belpost Hill are kicking.
So 10 minutes gone first quarter. 8 North Geelong, 12 Belpost Hill. Ball inside 50 into the air. Oh, it comes to ground. All Belpost Hill there. Picked up there. Terrific bit of work by...
free kick in here.
Got it, I think.
That looked like Vincent Handley, did it not? It's gone through advantage paid, so the goal will stand. Yeah, Vincent Handley was the goal kicker and bumped very heavily as he kicked the footy. Umpire felt after the ball had left the boot, but the goal stands. Belpost Hill 3 goals 18. North Geelong 128 Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard, 10.5 minutes gone. Laurie, it's hard and tough.
Yeah, it is, Eric. And look, I think North Geelong have given away a few silly free kicks. They've just got to settle down, and the umpires are going to pay them this year. And you've got to read them a little bit. And that one in the push in the back there, that was just silly. It was a step away from the man and forced him to push him, and they're going to pick you up every time. Lewis again.
The tap down the middle, neither side get great advantage, goes towards the forward area for Belpost Hill. Matty King picked up the footy, looked for the safety of the boundary from 35 metres, found it just forward of centre wing for Belpost Hill. Kick in this first quarter to the southern end, and the ball will be thrown in almost in front of our broadcast position here on centre wing for at the North Geelong ground. Good tap down, went to Scown eventually. Little chip past to Manning. Manning in the middle of the ground for North Geelong. He's chipped it further forward. Now dead centre, almost in the centre circle. Elzinger, player loose is Hardman. Fancy letting him get loose. Goodness me, he's taken the mark and he's gone. And probably one of his ex-teammates in Joel Page, he got around him far too easily and he went bang from 55, unfortunately offline to the left once again. So another behind to North Geelong. They go to 1-3-9. They trail Belpost Hill 3 goals, 18. That's on the Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
Could have done better with that, Laurie.
Yes, he should have settled a little bit with that. He reminds me a little bit of Tim Gardner, plays that style. I'm not going to stop for anyone.
Carr puts the ball back into play for Belpost Hill. Chopped off. Nice mark, Angelkovic. He's centering kick too, and on the burst down there, the man who bursts in slow motion takes the mark on his chest though, Vesey.
Vesey's a good kicker too.
And he's got the football now. Hasn't troubled the scorers so far in this match, but it's early days, 11 minutes into this first term. Vesey from around 40 metres. Not much of an angle. Just puts it up and lets the wind do the work, and he has hooked it.
I just wonder if the foot injury he's reputed to have may be the left foot, because he didn't kick through that at all, Laurie, did he?
No, he jabbed that.
1-4-10 North Geelong. They trail Belpost Hill 3 goals, 18 Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes gone. As, Nathan Lewis, the coach, kicked to himself in the goal square. Beautiful pass has found Backley in the middle of the ground for Belpost Hill. Going to go wide. He's got player out there in Fursland running with the flight of the foot. He takes a nice mark. Barely backward of centre, kicks it over the centre. Page, strongly contested by Norris, and Norris, as he picks the footy up, is immediately tackled by Handley.
Oh. And
the ball and player carried over the boundary line. So in front of our broadcast position, and Handley had a couple of words there to Norris. A bit of feeling in the game, and the big fellow in Holiday, big punch forward, only as far as Elzinger for North Geelong, towards centre half forward, in front Angelkovic, Marinovic, fantastic spoil, picked up by Handley, Marty, couple of Handleys playing out there, onto the football centre, Ellis for Belpost Hill, but Shane Manning intercepts there, kicks off the ground, Ellis now, foot race, Ryder, good young player last year for North Geelong. Good to see him getting a game. The ball punched further forward for the North Geelong side by, it looked like Priddle out there. Comes back towards centre half forward. Very congested at the moment. Picked up in defence by Carr of Belpost Hill. He's under pressure and the ball is kicked toward the boundary line and over. Just forward of centre for North Geelong, kicking to the northern end in this first quarter. 1-4-10 North Geelong. They trail Belpost Hill 3 goals, 18. 14 minutes gone first quarter.
Outer side of the ground, throw in, contesting the ruck work down there, and in fact winning it was Holiday's been pretty good in the ruck so far for Belpost Hill, just belts it down. Has it gone out again?
He's been a little bit more mobile than Jamie, I think.
Yeah, no, I thought it might have gone out of bounds. No, it's a ball up. Umpires found some infringement. Anyway, ball back in the air. Quick kick out of the pack, off hands, good defensive work from the Magpies, and now it's over the line for a boundary throw in. And not much further around towards the Magpies goal than it was a moment ago.
It's amazing, Laurie, such a big ground, how congested players can make the game.
Yeah, look, it amazes me how good players keep out of the game so long. Zitko hasn't had a kick yet.
No, true.
Well, Nathan Lewis just swats the ball along in front of him. Running down beautifully there by Chris Ryder. He's tagged. Belpost Hill, go forward. Here's a one-on-one contest. Who can... good mark.
Chris Fries.
Yes, good mark, Fries. Just the better judgment. Turned it into an easy one in the end. Almost in the middle of the ground. Kicks it high to centre half forward. Looking for Vesey, couldn't take the mark. There's about 3 on 1 down there. He was right under the pump. Bellpost Hill defending well, although problems there for Bellpost Hill as Lewis was put under the pump. They've still got it though. Winds up with Page, feeds it off. Good play, Bellpost Hill through the wing now as there's another one-on-one contest. That's good footy, the one-on-ones rather than the pack stuff. It's early days. Chopped off for North Geelong by Barnett. Barnett on the wing, drives it forward to half forward. Picked up on the half volley Zitko. There's his first touch, Laurie. Kicks it towards Vesey. The big don't argue from Vesey on the boundary line. Doesn't blaze away, goes wide. Looking for his teammate down there in Scown. Couldn't take the mark. Gets it on the second attempt, then bangs it back in. Gee, they're mucking around. Here's Vesey now. Can he do something this time? No, he's tag team tackled. And then Carr gets his head pulled off. They'll pay advantage, the umpires. He runs out of fullback, kicks it into the middle of the ground. Juggling attempt. Good mark down there for the Magpies, and that is Jasimovic. Is that right?
Yes, it goes across to King in the middle of the ground, and there's Shane Manning just inside forward 50. He's got a very good habit of doing that. Finds his way inside forward 50 and picks up marks or free kicks. But at 16 and a half minutes into the first quarter, now probably has a shot on goal with the breeze behind him.
Jasimovic. Yeah?
That's good, you've done well.
Okay.
Shane Manning, man on the mark at 46, moves in. It's pretty high, it's pretty long. Is it going to get the distance? It does, but it doesn't get the direction. At the end of the day, this might be a very important problem for North Geelong because they've now kicked 1 goal, 5, 11, 6 scoring shots. Bellpost Hill 3 goals straight, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 17 minutes gone. Laurie, bad kick is bad football. It's an old
you can't
adage.
waste opportunities, can you? And especially when you want to make a statement, and points don't allow you to do that.
Well, Nathan Lewis to put the ball back into play for Bellpost Hill. Favours the short way home and kicks it to centre half back. No one takes the mark. Ball on the ground. Kicked out of the pack. Bellpost Hill opportunity here for them. This is Wells, runs onto it, the long sleeves, then lopes into a nice left foot kick going wide. Here's Norris, chops it off for the Magpies, then steps around his man. Centering kick. Who's he looking for out there? He's found him. Matt King takes the mark in the middle of the ground. The long blonde flowing hair. Matt King for the Magpies. Drives long. Out on the burst there. Couldn't take the mark. Over his head, Elsie. Behind the pack. Good play. Magpies an opportunity. Weiss. Right foot kick. Hard up on the boundary line, away to the right, one behind.
So that was probably a kickable goal, I'd suggest, but it wasn't to be. 1 goal, 6-12, North Geelong. 3 goals straight, 18, Bellpost Hill. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 18 minutes gone. Lewis now, again, kicks to himself. Well, the kick was actually smothered off the boot, and
good play.
That's a magnificent effort. Was that Ryder? Was it?
Well, Vesey did all the work.
Yeah, Vesey did the blocking. I think
it might have been
Ryder picked up the crumb, and that was a beautiful snap for goal, and probably a much needed goal for the North Geelong side. And it is their second, and it ties the scores up. 2 goals, 6-18, North Geelong. 3 goals straight, 18 Bellpost Hill. Victory Trophy first quarter scoreboard, almost 19 minutes gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was
Yep,
right.
It was. Yeah, see him now.
Yeah, no, that was a great goal, wasn't he? He swooped on that and he knew where he was going, straight through the middle.
Well, the kick was smothered, went straight up in the air. Vesey just went crunch and nailed about 2 or 3 of them, brought it to ground, and Ryder did what he was there for. Just took the crumbs and away he went. All tied up here at North Geelong. Ball in the air. To ground it goes. Kick out of the pack. Standing start. Zitko for the Magpies. Forward they go with the breeze. Clears everybody's head. Just Ryder again. Ooh, says Laurie as he get his head almost taken off. Chance for Bellpost Hill to clear. Page at centre half back takes the mark. Wants to play it quickly. Does so. Gets it to Fursland. Fursland now tucks it under his arm. He'll need to take a bounce. He's tagged. Gone.
He's gone.
Gone. Great play, Hardman. Gets, well, he didn't take the free kick, though. It was Fitzsimmons who gets it. Doesn't matter who gets it. They're going forward. The Magpies this time through Elzinga. Shot at goal over the pack. It's Ryder again, I think.
No, Elsie.
Elsie, is it? Gee whiz, they're very similar looking, aren't they?
And
I'd give him 50.
I'd suggest it's 50. Put down after he took the mark,
Well,
and that's the new rule.
He was going to kick it anyway. It was about 1.2 metres out.
Although had he not touched him, he took the mark to the right of the goal. So
he would have right around.
He would have been around. It's got to take him in the goal square to get the central position.
Couldn't have missed it anyway.
Well, he hasn't. So
He hasn't this time, no.
Todd Elsie has kicked his first and in fact given North Geelong the lead. 3 goals, 6-24. They lead Belpost Hill 3 goals 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 20 and a half minutes gone, and a very proud uncle walking past us at the moment.
Nephew, he said he could play a bit, didn't he?
That was Elsie who kicked the goal, and Ada came over here with a big smile on his face.
Oh dear. So ball back in the middle. Umpire preparing to continue. Fantastic effort, Todd Elsie, and if that's indicative of what's to come, we're in for some good high-marking footy. Jamie Weiss got the better of that tap down, coming in as Page off the wing. Steals it for Belpost Hill. Oh, terrific mark at half-back by Reece Norris. And he has stemmed the tide. Player loose on centre wing. How'd they let Matty King get loose? He takes the mark. Now North Geelong go forward. Not a real good kick, but it's made good by Shane Manning. The Corio involvement here. One to the other, both former Corio players. Now Manning, long kick towards half forward. Doesn't really strike it that well. Players getting pushed forward, almost a free there to Elsie in the pack. He dives in after the footy, so does Wells at Belpost Hill. And finally, a handball comes clear to Harty for Belpost Hill, but only kicks it as far as Jakimov.
That's him.
Who's taken the mark. He goes to Zitko. Zitko outside 50, long handball inside 50. Picked up by Scown. Beautiful pass, looking for Vesey. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get to the footy, but some terrific tackling in there by the North Geelong forwards. Mario Zitko picks it up, blazes from 35. Unfortunately, another miss to North Geelong. So they've had a lot of play and not really capitalising with majors on the scoreboards. 3-7-25. They lead Belpost Hill 3 goals straight 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 22 minutes gone.
They seem to have found the key, though, in the last 5 or 10 minutes. The Magpies doing all the attacking. There's the kicking for Belpost Hill. Vincent Hanley kicks it wide to the other side of the ground.
Against Lewis.
Free kick.
Yeah, too high.
And it'll go to the Magpies.
And 50.
And 50, gee whiz, they're hot on that, aren't they, today?
Yeah, well, I mean...
You've only got to batter your eyelids at the umpire and you give 50 away these days.
Well, I suppose he'd given the free kick, and unfortunately the Belpost Hill defender wanted to continue on with it, and umpire wasn't comfortable with that proceeding, and...
No, I think everything was in order there, as far as I could see. That was fair enough. There was no need to go on with that little bit extra.
Well, he's got...
and Djokovic, is it?
Yes.
He's got the football...
That's his second kick.
He's got the football, 20-25 metres out,
and he's
not much of an angle, and gets it. So they have just they have lifted the Magpies, Laura, in the last 5 or 10.
Oh yes, there's no doubt about that. Phil, if they had a kick straight, could have been quite a margin this first quarter for them.
4-7-31 North Geelong, now leading Belpost Hill reasonably comfortably, 3 goals 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes gone, and I suppose the last 6 or 7 minutes, Laurie, has been really all North Geelong, and as you've said, if they'd capitalised on the scoreboard, it could have been game over.
That's right. Well, not about game over. It's certainly the rule is there, 50 minutes, metres, and you're off. Lewis is off.
Yeah, Liam, I don't know whether he was in that involvement over there, but
yeah, he was.
Okay, the ball in the middle once again, up high. Weiss gets the tap down this time. Ellis runs onto it, punches it forward. Can't get a kick, however. Picked up by Zitko off a step towards half forward. Went, well, I was going to say went without it, but let's give the benefit of the doubt because Angelkovic, he's, well, he just palmed it down to Shane Manning. And I tell you what, from 50 metres out directly in front, on the run, Shane Manning doesn't miss too many, and he hasn't missed that one. 5th goal for North Geelong, and they're on fire at the moment, 5-7-37. Leading Belpost Hill 3 goals straight 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 24 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, you spoke about Shane early, Eric. Look, we knew he needed a little bit of space, and this ground certainly suits him here, and that's how he plays his football. He wanders around the ground. He when he gets the footy, he knows exactly where to go, and you know, he's, as I said, he's been around the traps a bit, and that was experience.
Well, great play from Angelkovic too, because we will give him the benefit of the doubt. He did flip it in front of him. Here's the ruck contest in the middle of the ground. Shark by Holiday, dangerous, gets away with it, runs 2 or 3 paces, then kicks it long inside 50. All Magpie defence, push in the back there. 2 hands in the middle of his back, and the umpire says play, and it was Priddle. They've still got it, the Magpies. Good smother there from... might have been Marty Handley, I think it was. Still with the Magpies, though. Scan on the end of a hand pass now to give them the ball into the middle of the ground. Trying to take the mark down there, and he's missed it. Angelkovic just sinks the slipper and misses that as well. Chance for Wells for Belpost Hill. Inside 50 goes the ball. It's a contest. They both threw themselves at it.
Yeah, terrific.
And still with Bellpost Hill, I thought the Magpies would have cleared it. Oh, good play, Norwich. He just blind turns in, loses it at the last minute. Still a chance for Bellpost Hill. Norwich comes in again, kicks it off the ground. Didn't look where he was kicking it to. Outside 50, kicked it straight to Holiday, who goes back. Oh, spilling the mark. Should have taken it. I thought it was going to be great play for Pobovski. He had it spent before he had it, and we'll get a ball up.
Yes, luck's a fortune for the North defence on that occasion, Loz.
Yeah, yeah, you should have held that, as Phil said.
Had it been a cream pie, it would have splattered all over his face.
There's the ball in the air. Still a chance for Bellpost Hill to score, although smacked towards the boundary line there by the big bloke in Weiss, and the Magpies will just work it around the boundary. Good defensive play.
Matty King, true blue defender, knew where he was going, and he got 50 metres out of that kick to the boundary.
He did.
He's had kick number 6 for Matty King, so he's done fairly well in this first quarter.
Getting a bit of the footy then.
Going well, the Magpies. 25-minute mark of the first term. Ball to be thrown in. Out of side, half forward flank for Bellpost Hill. Wells just sharks it beautifully. Kicks it without looking. Norris chops it off at centre half back. Goes wide. Good vision. Looking for the little stocky fellow in Elzinger. Gets it. Lays into the lazy right foot kick. Scown should have marked it, but still runs onto it. Second effort's good. Brought down in the tackle. Still a chance for the Magpies. Hand pass out of the pack towards Angelkovic. Scown goes in to mop it up. He knew he did badly before. Hand pass is good to Angelkovic around the body. Here's the kick. 2 or 3 Magpies off the ground. Goal.
Oh, Mario Zitko, the soccer man.
Well, there was 2 or 3 of them who could have had a crack at it. Zitko just helped it on its way, and Dick Philpott down in front of us just breathes a sigh of relief.
So great goal, Mario Zitko. That's his first. 6 individual goal kickers, North Geelong. They go to 6-7-43. Leading Bellpost Hill, 3 goals, 18 victory trophies, first quarter scoreboard. 27 minutes gone, and some of his soccer heritage come out there, Loz.
No doubt about it. Look, it's funny, this game of football, isn't it? I only said he hadn't got a touch. He's had a couple of runs through the middle, racked up 6 kicks and 1 goal. So that's all it needs. A run through the middle, get your confidence up, and away you go.
So the ball now back in the middle. Nathan Lewis desperately trying to come back onto the ground and affects that interchange immediately.
25-point lead to the Magpies. This could get ugly.
Could do. As the ball in the middle, Jamie Weiss clearly won that tap down for North Geelong. Into the arms of Manning. Handball a little bit too hot for Scown. He tackles the player without the football, and Fursland for Bellpost Hill will take the ensuing free kick. Backward of centre. In fact, almost centre half back for Bellpost Hill. As Fursland now really hasn't got anywhere to go. Not a lot of movement further up the field from his teammates. Now goes direct to centre half forward. Big pack of players comes to ground there. Picked up by Jakimov. Handball to Barnett. Barnett, the favoured left foot out wide. Zitko out there must have a disease because no one within 45 metres of him. Has one bounce. Runs towards 50. Kicks it long inside 50. Big pack go up there. Oh, terrific mark is almost going to be paid there.
Yeah.
And that is for
Happy Hammond.
Glenn Hammond. Probably first touch for the day at fullback, but a very timely mark for them. Out wide to the wing, over all players and into the arms there of Sean Lewis. He kicks it into the path of Adam Wells at centre half forward. Bounce not kind for him. He comes back on it, however, picks it up, tries to get a handball advantage. It's not so. And North Geelong at the drop of the footy now. They're very good until Alice picks it up, goes across the ground. Fursland, he's on his own outside 50. Terrible bounce. Perhaps could have got to the footy a bit better, Loz, maybe. But Nathan Lewis in there, he's put the ground, and the North Geelong defence is standing firm as Matheson now picks it up. He kicks it out wide and again finds Zitko on outer wing and takes the mark comfortably. Just backward of centre, kicks the ball, well, got for the big torpedo towards centre half forward. Great mark in front. Derek Fitzsimmons for North Geelong. He goes further forward. Almost a good mark, Elzinger. It's over his head. Elsie. A good handball back to Scown. He's got some time to set it up now. The leads come from Vesey. Doesn't attack the footy. And, the bloke that did attack it was Glenn Hammond. And he kicked it off the ground towards Ellis. Great tackle. Oh, umpire said too high. Might have got him on the collar. As free kick goes to Bellpost Hill.
Advantage paid. Bellpost Hill into the middle of the ground.
Oh, over goes the umpire.
Here's Lewis. Just from a standing start, they need something. Bellpost Hill, they're not going to get it. It's all the Magpies now as Matt King runs onto it. Oh, he's tagged beautifully down there by Marty Handley. Good play, Bellpost Hill. Good play, Handley. Whistle on play as the kick gets to centre half forward. 50 metres, I think.
No. Before the ball got there. I think before the ball got there, the umpire was pulling jumper.
Well, Sean Lewis had the footy, but it's been given back.
I think in the contest off the ball, Chris Barnett might have grabbed Popovsky.
Yep.
Didn't let him get to the contest.
Well, Popovsky's got the free kick for Belpost Hill. To say they need a goal is the understatement of the year. They led early. They played great early and they trail by plenty now. Hard on quarter time. Popovsky keeps it low into the breeze, just away to the left, one behind, and their first blemish on the scoreboard. But any score's a good score at the moment for Belpost Hill.
Yes, I breathe a sigh of relief, North Geelong, because 30 and a half minutes gone. 3-1-19 Belpost Hill. Trail North 6-7-43. And Laurie, they wouldn't have needed to concede a goal so late in the
Definitely
quarter.
not, Eric. And Nick probably could have made a better job of that. He should have known the ball was going to blow that way a little bit. And
he's already had one shot from there.
He's had one shot from there, so wasn't a real good effort.
So now Matt King at fullback for North Geelong comes to the gee whiz, one out against three, but almost a fantastic mark there to Lee Hardman. Ball comes to ground. Now we've got Carr and Priddle. Contest in front of the change rooms. Ellis comes into support for Belpost. Handball back to Page. Page off her steps. He knows this ground pretty well. Towards full forward.
Mark.
Terrific mark there by Simon Lorgerson. I think he might have started in the ruck, but fantastic mark in the contest.
50.
I don't know. This fellow, no matter when he goes near the contest, this umpire, it's 50 metres. I don't know whether words are being said.
The only thing I could see there, Eric, is this new rule. He seemed to hit him on the arm, and that's not 50 though, is it?
Well, he wouldn't have thought so, but I thought, if anything, it was in the contest. But the upshot of it is Simon Lorgerson has kicked the goal for Belpost Hill, whatever the reason. 4-1-25 Belpost Hill, 6-7-43 North Geelong. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 32 minutes gone. Hope Keith Sparkler hasn't gone home after the interview because it seems to be a long first quarter.
Very long, but plenty of goal scoring.
It's good footy.
Yeah, 10 goals we've had. Yep. Gee, with this chopping the arm free kick business, really fair dinkum.
If that's what it was for, it would be interesting to know whether it's
whether it was or it wasn't.
Well,
it's rubbish, I reckon.
I think he seemed to have taken a great mark, but I just see the hand go in there, but I wouldn't have certainly thought it was a 15-minute penalty.
Anyway, ball back in the middle. Oh, gee whiz, got to be a free kick to Belpost Hill here. Holiday.
That hurt Jamie.
Oh, yes, he hit the ground like 14 sacks a week, didn't he? He's hurt his hip.
Now that's a coach's error because he just dropped the ball and ran away, and the umpire, unfortunately, it was dead set. No. Instead of giving the ball back to the bloke who got the free kick,
he dropped on the ground.
Nathan Lewis dropped the footy and ran away, but the umpire was standing beside him.
So the free kick was going to go to East, was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Shepherding. Okay, I thought
he'd
he'd crawl all over the Belpost Hill player, which he did, but it was shepherding. Fair enough. Weiss has got the footy. He's all right.
Marvellous what a free kick on goal does, filled with injury.
50 metres, the big man. Weiss inside 50. And directly in front. Needs a good kick. Puts it up there and swings it away. Needed a good kick, got a bad one. One behind.
Second behind to Jamie Weiss, and the 8th for North Geelong. 6-8-44. They lead Belpost Hill 4-1-25. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 33 and a half minutes. So it's a long quarter, and I don't know whether North have kicked enough majors with this breeze. We'll hear from Laurie shortly at quarter time. But Nathan Lewis now, kick in wide to the outer side. It's a good kick. Found a teammate out on the half-back flank. It was McAuliffe, goes long to centre wing. Numbers out there with North Geelong. Brilliant mark. Got up very, very high, very early. And it is Angelkovic. Angelkovic now, the stab pass has found a teammate in Fitzsimmons. He plays on quickly inside 50 now. Mark needed from Vesey, can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Elsie in and under. A lot of players there. Nathan Lewis for Belpost Hill. Comes clear. Has a bounce. Ran a long way. Finally gets a kick to the football. Good defensive work in the middle of the ground by Priddle. Outnumbered 3-1 as the siren sounds after 34 minutes in the first quarter here at Osborne Park. And at quarter time, we have the scoreboard showing North Geelong, the home side, 6-8-44, leading Belpost Hill 4-1-25. Goal kickers, all individual goal kickers for the 10 goals for the game. For North Geelong, Lee Hardman, Todd Elsey, Mario Zitko, Shane Manning, Mark Angelkovic and Chris Ryder, all one apiece. And for Belpost Hill, Matthew Ellis, Vincent Hanley, Tim Broughton and Simon Lorgerson. We'll go to a break.